Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of King of the Hill, episode 4. This time the map is Nexus, and on the right side, playing as the OKW, it is our current king, VonIvan.
And on the allied side we have Hearts of Iron Paul AD, repping the UKF. As we mentioned, this is definitely a classic grudge match between our North American players. And Paul, the self-proclaimed best Asian player in Company Heroes 2. And wow, what a beautiful map.
He must be, it says so on his Bitcoin profile. Sorry, Paul. When you're watching this back.
Yeah, it's not serious, man. Don't take it seriously.
I'll invest in your pyramid scheme as an apology.
Just kidding, by the way.
Interesting things to note, by the way. VonIvan again going straight in with Overwatch, and I think that the decision to play OKW here was the strange one, because we know Paul's playstyle. He likes to hold back for that late game unit and not necessarily tech. He's done that pretty much in every other game in the King of the Hill series.
Yeah.
So Von possibly had a chance to stop Paul doing that by forcing him to play like OKW or Oster, reducing him to just a command pipe, but hasn't taken the opportunity.
No, not yet. He did go for the fast UC after the one section. He is floating a bit. He needs to get out his next squad. He's a little bit preoccupied with this engagement. Infantry section forced off. There we go. UC going to be doing a good amount of work on that Stern Pioneer, forcing it off. That was going to be his main damage dealer versus UC, and having to retreat that is really going to leave his Kuba wide open for, you know, counter-harassing. So Von has a little bit of room to work with here. He's got to get out of the way.
Yeah, there's really no movement on that Kuba. And Universal Carrier is going to give chase. There are Tommies that are going to get some shots off. And actually a lot of damage gets done, a lot of penetration there. Olaf perhaps not expecting that, started walking his Tommies off in the other direction and will perhaps miss the opportunity. No, he's going to get it anyway.
That rear armor is real tough to swallow, and that Kuba goes down right outside the base sector. He was almost home free.
Yeah, it's a tragic loss for Von, really, but... Hey, you know what? We've seen it happen before in other games, and it's not the end of the world, especially not at this stage of the game. We all know what Von's got in his arsenal right now, and that is the Goliath, and nothing is going to make Von more happy than bringing out some Goliaths against Paul.
See if he can take out another AEC with it.
Yeah. Very interesting
Fourth
start to
section.
this game. Like, Von is clearly forced to go to the left-hand side of the map because he has no territory elsewhere, so even though he's been pushed back, he feels compelled to make a push on this side.
Yeah, he's making the right decision. You know, when you've lost that Kubel and the enemy's really entrenched on your side of the map that you've capped, you really have to blob, you know, into it. You really don't have another choice when the UC's on the field, considering he doesn't have a Raketten. Yeah. That's when you need to blob.
QC doing that?
I don't know. They were
Sorry,
celebrating.
James, there's to be a wall there.
They had a couple of drinks after taking out that Kubel. Yeah. They took a couple of shots after killing the Kubel, so.
Yeah. This is drinking games, you know, like for every vehicle, have a drink. Drive in.
Comes a Vickers upgrade on it.
Actually, Von there just salvaging the Kubel Rex. Sensible. You know, every little bit of fuel counts for OKW. And do you know what? It's really a shame to me. I really liked the initial OKW design. Do you remember when you used to get them mechanized and you could switch between fuel and munitions drive? And I just think if the faction had been built slightly better, where that could have really been utilized as a strategy, it's like such a nice thing for a faction to have. But
yeah, that OKW overhaul really killed that because of the way they moved around the units. Because before in mechanized you could have the flak half track, and that was usually the strategy as OKWs, that you would put down the mechanized and smash it on fuel resource gain so you can get out that flak half track much quicker. But when they moved everything around, where, you know, Luke's got changed from tier 4 into tier 3, for balance reason, they didn't want that income modifier because then people would get much quicker loots. His second Kubel goes down, almost takes out the UC, but that's a lot of manpower taken out by that UC, around 420, just counting the Kubels alone.
It's quite, yeah, I'm not really sure what Von's doing there. Did you see, by the way, Jaeger Light Infantry are currently fighting in the north. Got a low model squad of Volksgrenadiers holding the south. And of course, Paula does know that Von has picked Overwatch because of the flares that are shooting up into the sky every time he jumps into the strategic capture points.
That's right.
Standing by for setting of command post.
It's interesting. Again, we have to point out that Nexus is a map that a lot of players won't be familiar with. It's not an auto match. This is coming from the workshop, so there is an element that maybe players are seeing this for the first time, and I'm guessing that because before this game, one of the players had to download the map, that this may be the first time.
Yeah.
Paula, I think.
I mean, I would assume. Yeah, exactly. I would assume Paul's the one winging it right now, based on the map movements and everything. He's not too sure what's going on, but he did figure out the cutoff point. Fortunately, it's really easily spotted with those sector lines. So he did perform that cutoff maneuver earlier on before Von took it back with his tactical control group. But AC is building now for Paul. Before there's anything for it to really fight against, so that shows you how far along Paul is on the resource game. But he did skip out on Bolster to rush the AC, so that is important to note. We'll probably be getting Bolster in the next few minutes.
There's something building for VonIvan right now, which is going to be potentially the direct counter to the AEC, as we saw before.
What really sucks in this scenario for Von is that with that Goliath building, he doesn't have the space to be able to get it to a spot safely without being heard or spotted. So it really reduces his chances of setting up a trap like he was able to do on Isildur. So I'm interested to see how he maneuvers this, because Paul is literally outside of his base with that little mini forest, so I'm sure he heard the Goliath. So Paul knows it's out there, I would hope.
The other thing as well is that Paul have probably been watching King of the Hill, do you know what I mean, whilst Von's been playing.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
What's going on. It really comes down to Von's creativity. Paul has just been so good at directing where the gameplay goes, though. He's the one kind of pulling Von around the map whilst also retaining control, so it's very difficult for Von to actually bait into the Goliath, although his position I think is actually really good for it.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty tough. And Paul does actually have a sweeper, unlike Isildur, so it's another opportunity to spot that at range if Paul plays it smart. Because you get a lot of space when you have a sweeper, the range that the Goliath will get spotted.
KD's pretty positive for Paula right now.
Super positive.
It's quite a Brit faction thing though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It's a slow game at the moment. I'm going to zoom in on these bits of paper flying across the map. Beautiful.
Fortunately for Von, Paul didn't prioritize that bottom VP. He didn't put on the triple cap bleed, and Von actually has more VPs than Paul. He gets a lot of room to work with. MG34 coming out. He's nearing Luke's and Puma fuel territory, so I'm assuming he'll go for a Puma, since he doesn't have a Raketin or anything to go along to Luke's. AC's doing good damage on these Volks.
Good damage. Actually, Von's strategy to go north here is really good, because Paula just isn't able to do anything. The Volks on the retreat, by the way, they died to the Tommies there on the retreat path. So Von, perhaps not familiar with the retreat paths of this map, may have lost out a little bit there. The Goliath, by the way, just turned a little bit towards that AEC.
He's ready. He needs to get out of there with that Volk. There we go.
Yeah, and I think
those sections forced off by the MG34. He's just waiting. He's waiting for a bait onto that territory point. I think that's why He's pulled back, try to get an infantry section on that territory and kamikaze it.
Paulo doesn't take the bait though.
Oh. He knows, if he's been paying attention, he knows that it's somewhere around there. You know, you just have that game sense, that feeling. That's the way I'd put it.
Puma, of course.
As you said, he knows he's building him.
I think he will get the Goliath wipe at some point. You know,
yeah, it's a matter of time. All it takes is one slip up and you lose a squad, really.
But you know, Von's actually fallen into this trap because, you know, he's just brought the Puma out. Paula is, you know, he's got loads of resources. I think Paula's actually just teched to something there. Yeah, he's going for the company command post. So actually,
look at this.
My entire point I was about to say is just nulled because he's decided.
Look at this. Look at this mind spam on the left side. He literally has them set up like dominoes for next Von push. He would be eating a lot of losses without that minesweeper. But Von's just elected to go north with that Puma now. See where the AC is. It's just on the other side of this garrison. Moving in tandem with that UC. Oh! There you go. He took out the sweeper? With the Goliath? How does that happen, Paul?
I actually didn't even see that action in this engagement. So. Oh, it's sad. Missed it, but doesn't sound like it was the most amazing thing to witness.
No, well, just like you called, he did get the wipe with the Goliath. Taking out that sweeper, which should have spotted it. Ooh, that long-range shot on the UC.
Oh!
Wow.
This is the finisher, though.
Yeah, what is he doing? Is he just wanting to sacrifice it? He's baiting with that Tommy squad, but he got lucky it missed. And I'm really surprised Paul didn't go for bolster there. He could really solidify the advantage he already has by putting that much extra infantry pressure.
Oh man, he actually dropped the MG34.
Yeah. AC doesn't miss its shot there.
I would say that actually, if this is the first time that Paulo has seen this map or played on this map, or I suspect that it was him that didn't have the map before, and this is his first time. He's playing it very well.
Yeah, I think someone in the chat actually did a little digging, and he did actually play on this map, if they're not wrong, in the first week of King of the Hill.
Oh, okay. So, right.
Looks like Paul is, or excuse me, Von. Oh, just barely. He's throwing the nade to take off this. Yeah. He wiped out that MG34 he just lost. Unfortunate that he lost it in the first place, but does reclaim it away from Paul. There's 5 sections on the field now. It's gonna be a lot of bleed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, actually, someone just said it was Tobis, which is correct. Yeah, I remember. So,
Enemy threatening a capture point.
So yeah, maybe we can give Von some credit.
Yeah. Surely. Really hope Von gets a minesweeper, because he's going to be in for a rude awakening on this left side. There's like 3 or 4 mines just
if he hits
waiting for him there.
Now, I think he's,
oh my god.
Trying to see, like, this 1, 2, 3.
I think he'll be okay. If he retreats on that spot, it'll go on the right side, more towards where that Volk is capping right now. At least I would assume so.
We'll see. We don't know the retreat paths on this map, so it's a bit difficult to guess. I think you're right. Might miss them all. No, trigger 1, I think.
Oh no, he's gonna walk over it.
Oh,
wow, he just snaked barely. That was gut-wrenching, because that squad was super low. Total Monka-esque moment right there.
Or Paul with a lucker. Gotta get that high DPS off on the close range. The 2 MGs from Von should be able to deter even the AEC and Universal carry a little bit whilst the Puma comes in. But Von, I don't think Von's really played concisely in one direction here. He seems to be spreading out constantly and then just losing these minor skirmishes. If he really just doubled down and went for one side, he's got more than a good composition to take it.
Yeah, it's all these poor engagements adding up to no map control and super heavy VP bleed. But same thing, back to what we were talking about with Paul on Collins. He is not teching.
No, it's... He kind of teched,
no,
he was just like...
I'm sorry. No, he did. He's waiting on, he did hammer tactic, so he's going for a comet, I would assume, which he can get in the next minute.
Nice.
So that's going to be a huge awakening for Von. Because that comet
for
is
Von's second
pretty good. I mean, double Puma can take it down, but you know, if Paul makes a mistake and he doesn't support it, but knowing Von, he's gonna make some kind of all-in play on the comet once he sees it with the 2 Pumas. I can see it now. Fast forward 2-3 minutes. But yeah, you know you're in a bad spot if your opponent's first tank is going to be a Comet in 1v1. That's a crazy amount of fuel invested for.
Well, let's see what Von does with this. He spent a lot of time then back in the base making sure everything was healed, and now feels confident to go out. He's going to spread to the north whilst taking the central VP. So he's managed to push the Void anti-tank rifles off. The Puma's got a chance to go up against the Universal carrier. But that one thing, of course, is the Minesweepers on the Stern Pioneers are in the north at the moment, so Pumas still have to be careful.
He doesn't even have them out though, so he is not sweeping anything right now. So he could directly eat a mine right here on the road, but fortunately for him, Paul didn't plant one here. He's gonna elect to turn around and force off this Vickers with his double Puma, and gets the salvage on his second Kubel up there. Paul didn't destroy it. A little oversight from him. Gets that little salvage.
It's not a complete fucking mess.
There we go. There's the
Hey,
comment.
that's good. I like that he remembered that it's up there and got the value back from it. So
yeah.
But hey,
what's
this
cool
is good
now with
from
the
Von.
Kubel not costing fuel, it's a net fuel gain for 210 map power.
This is next level fuel building strats from Von when on the back foot. Pump your manpower into Kubels. Salvage.
Yeah, he's definitely an economist, that's for sure.
Well, Comet's about to hit pretty soon. Von has done a lot of work on the map. Good work, I'd have to say, but the Comet's going to be a real problem.
Oh yeah. He did get a Raketten though. That Raketten could make or break this Comet push coming any second now.
Where do you want this comet?
It can reveal itself. I love the Comet. Just cool tank.
Oh, it's a
May not be the
really
best
cool
anymore, but
really cool tank. Nothing makes you feel better than
ooh. Yeah. Look at this,
getting
Paul.
war speed on it.
Comet tank?
Yeah, he actually elected to wait and get the war speed on. I like that. He didn't just immediately fling it out to start.
Rip Pumas. It's gonna be
Incoming.
tragic.
Incoming. Come on, move your Comet, Paul. Oh wow, he's going for the block with the AC. Comet just now moving in, but this AC is gonna go down. Oh no. And the UC, but Paul might be able to pick up both of these Pumas here. He's gonna miss the attack round with the smoke. He didn't judge it far enough. I don't think he'll get away with it though. There's no way.
Oh, he will. It's an abandon. Paul can make use of that. The Comet's gonna be on the warpath.
Raketten's about to reveal itself to the Comet in a horrible spot.
Actually, how did it get the shot?
Wow,
Man,
that was impressive.
that was incredible.
He's hunting for that Puma.
Never do that. This guy with the binoculars has not come back into the tank with the hatch down at all for these engagements. He's so confident. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's in for that quick scoping opportunity on the comet and on the comet.
Oh no! Look at Von's Puma in the north.
No.
Oh dear.
Let me just say this: I hate abandoned. I really hate abandoned. It makes for fun spectating endeavor, but it's just so infuriating when it happens to you. He traded his AEC for a Puma. I think that's pretty good.
Pretty sure Paul is feeling smug right now. You can hear that comet all the way on the west side of the map.
Yeah, he's probably all tabbed already and started Bitcoin trading with how good of a spy he is.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
Second Raket now for Von. He really does need it after that Puma loss. Let's see, did he take the MG34? He did. Just chilling in that house now. Luke's gonna take about a couple years to kill this, so Paul's got plenty of time.
Oh, there's the Puma. Recruited by Paul.
Puma Wars.
People wanted to see, you know, like an Axis versus Axis mirror matchup. This is the closest we'll get. Okay.
I would be so triggered right now if I was Von. Annoying Von for him is just another day.
I wonder if he noticed. Do you know what I mean? I wonder if he actually noticed. I was like, oh.
Enemy causing trouble. Trying to take one of
The Puma.
My children.
Don't know when Relic added that one.
supply lines.
Look at all those infantry sections. This is what you need a Goliath for. Oh my god.
I mean, he
They're all
can
getting
like
stuck on each other. They can't even move.
The best bit is like the comet is so big, you know, they can actually all just sit behind it and get the green cover benefit on the side of the tank. So it's kind of, it's like a walking shield wall. I feel like the Uruk-hai have just arrived at the gates of.
Oh, this ambush! Double rack coming in. He's throwing in a nade? Nope, no nade yet. He just blobbed out one of them. This other one got to get out of there. Luke's just died to the British Puma. Can't believe you just said that. Oh, nice suppression though. Paul's gonna retreat everything there. But unfortunately he's gonna lose out on this Raket, and this Puma's gonna have to take some pot shots.
Enemies trying to take a point from us.
And hopefully the Comet misses this final blow. Don't kill it. Right. Von really needed to get that back after all that bleed he just took. So now, with every engagement, he's losing a percentage chance at taking out this Comet. Every engagement, he's losing a tool that can help against a Comet. First was the Abandoned Puma. Now it's the Raketin. And Paul can almost get another Comet.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
But even with that all being said, Von has decent map control. It's pretty much half and half.
I don't know.
Outside of the fuel.
I don't know how.
Yeah, I don't know how either, but that's the side effect of blobbing like that. You know, he literally walked into 2 MGs with 5 squads, so that leaves a lot of room for Von to back cap everything with shift capping. So that gives him a lot of time. And this Vickers needs to get out of there. Yeah.
I just kind of wonder what the strategy is here, because there is the sector assault. So I mean, I guess actually if the Comet overextends
yeah, here it comes.
a little bit. Oh, see, that might be a waste, because I really thought maybe that.
He might be doing it to lock in that MG steal with the pin about to come in.
Let's see.
A capture point is being overrun.
There it is. It's well timed, I have to say that.
Comet's gonna shoot at the Stir Pioneer though. Oh, nice. He missed. So he needs to get out of there right now before this Comet takes him out.
Actually, the bait for the Comet is brilliant. Look at the damage.
That strafe. Where's the Puma in all this? It's just chilling. If only he was ready to follow up on that. That Comet took so much damage.
The ability is ready now.
And he's still a bit in the arc. Okay, he got out of there, but that was a close one. If only Von was prepared to push on that and capitalize, he could have really swung this game back in his favor with that MG steal and the Comet kill, but unfortunately, he was too busy.
Well, I think we're seeing the plan from Von. He's bringing up another SWS, which I assume is going to be the Panzerschwere headquarters, tier 4 for the Panther, most likely. Oh, there's a lot of salvage up here.
Yeah, double salvage available.
I love that we both had that idea. We're both like, salvage.
Ooh, 10 fuel. I can hear Von's like, ooh.
Von's on plus 19 at the moment. I'm pretty sure that's his kind of...
I'm surprised Paul has 1,100 manpower and he hasn't bolstered yet. You can afford it, buddy. The pop cap would affect it though if he's going for that. Well, he is going for the croc. He just needs another 12 fuel, but even then he'll have another 500 manpower. So you can get bolster after.
Would be very beastly.
Oof.
Yeah.
That crocodile is just gonna roll all over him.
Has he got enough pop cap for it? I think he's just at the pop cap. Is it 20? Yeah. 26 or something?
It's 20 for a crocodile now, so
okay.
He'll have room to work with. Actually, he could get another sapper, I believe. Or a section, but I mean, he'll probably start bleeding out a bit if he gets bolster, so he should probably leave that for reserves. But I'm surprised that he keeps walking into these MGs. They've moved around, but the arcs are pretty much the same. And Von has it in the overlapping defense here to where if you flank one, the other one's ready to support. Another rack being built for Von, replacing that one that he lost. Definitely the right choice considering the situation.
Oh,
there we go. There's a croc. Where are the flares? Let's see where he put it. So Von should be able to see those flares now. He didn't tactically call it into base, so Von wouldn't see the flares and know it's coming. So Von's paying attention. He should know that it's on the way.
Yeah, those flares are dead center on the VP.
Yeah. He's gonna blob out on his.
Trying to take one of our points.
Never mind. I thought he was moving them in unison. Wasn't looking for 1 second, and Croc's going in middle. Comet's coming in for the flank.
Is war speed being enabled there? I think war speed is on. So
yeah, he's used it. He's gonna take out this boomer for sure. Von needs to smoke at the last second. He's not. Oh, his smoke was on cooldown. He used it initially. I wasn't even looking. That's most likely gonna die. Yep. Oh no, this crocodile's gonna clean up on these Nukettons. One's been forced off. The other one's just about to die.
Yep, nothing's gonna stand up to that. Great combination, Comet and Crocodile, really unstoppable to be honest. And that addition of the Puma, I think, is innovative. And
yeah, he's going for the tier 4. He's taking heavy damage. Oh, he's taking engine damage on both of his main vehicles here, but fortunately the Rikettons are both knocked out, and this looks like GG for Von.
Yeah, Von's been toyed with during this game, so Paula's just happy to kind of sit back and just show off a good build. Von didn't make use of the time he had very well. But it looks like we're going to see the king change hands again.
If only he had a strafe for this engagement. There we go, both Rikettons blown up completely. No chance of recurring them. Gonna take a minute or so to repair everything, so that gives Von a little bit of time to reposition everything, but all he's waiting for is a death blow because he cannot handle this composition with one Riketton.
Wow, kind of oh, nice execution there on the Sapper squad, making it
all these mines are still here.
Paula to repair anything. VonIvan caught with his pants down whilst trying to get inside of that Kubel. It's so funny. Actually, the Raketen is the Raketen's just trying to sneak up as much as it can. Needs sight, I think.
He just bounced both shots. Now he's not really in range anymore. He'd have to attack ground.
That doesn't even have sight range, so.
Yeah.
Of course, Comet's being repaired. Slow game. My gosh, so many heavies on the field from Brits.
Yeah.
And Von
back in for repair.
Too scared to move.
RE sappers reporting in.
At this point, we're just waiting for the fat lady to sing, so. The fat lady's busy repairing right now, so. Von, typical Von, just playing it out. He always believes in playing it out no matter what.
Maybe there's room for an epic Goliath play. Maybe it's possible.
Even how amazing the Goliath is, it can't one-shot those heavies, so you need a miracle.
I just don't know what Von thinks the plan is here. It's like Paul is just kind of making a noose around Von's head and is just starting to tighten the grip slowly. Now with the Comet repaired, there's a great opportunity to be chasing units down. The Raketen's gonna take a shot, but it isn't gonna do anything.
Oh, he detonates his own mine. Yeah.
Oh, actually.
Oh, yeah, the second one detonated right underneath him. Doesn't take too much friendly fire damage, but does take the engine damage. He used the regular smoke rather than no. He's vet 1, so it automatically changes to phosphorus. It just looks a little weird visually, like a regular smoke. No, you can use both. Never mind. He used the wrong one though.
Maybe he was just giving Von his Raketen back.
Or that.
Or that.
It's like, I know you're struggling. We can extend the game a bit.
At this rate, we might get to see Sector Assault again. It's plus 42 munitions a minute, so I imagine that's actually what Von may be holding out for. But Paul is going to make a triple cap. Actually, if he does keep enough vision, I'm pretty sure that Sector Assault would finish off
the Comet, yeah.
The Comet.
Yeah, that's possible. Paul's back up to 1,000 manpower. He could definitely benefit from bolster or any kind of cash. But unfortunately for Von, he really doesn't have any options because he never put down battle group, so KT's out of the picture even though he's nearing the fuel mark for it, if he did have it. His only option is to keep building Raketens and really just the 3 choices for mechanized, so he's stuck between a rock and a hard place. He's got to deal with these Omega heavies without really anything to match up to it.
Added to that, of course, the Crocodile, when it gets repaired, is receiving war speed, which I don't know how fast it becomes with war speed on, but couldn't think of a more lethal
combo.
Yeah, to have that kind of speed behind it.
Yeah, it is really deadly. I think. What's the rules on bug splatting? If Paul were to bug splat right now, would he just take the win because of the obvious lead he had?
Nope.
He would lose?
He would lose.
Okay. I didn't read that part. Oh my god, did you see that long range croc hit? Just wiped out the Raketen from 4-man to nothing. When does that ever happen?
Oh,
if it didn't die, he could have killed it. He could have killed it if that Raketen didn't get miracle shotted.
The Raketen's going.
Wow.
He's
that was so unfortunate for Von.
He's making the run. Dare you contest the gauntlet? One Raketen in his struggle.
Oh, this cover might give him the chance to take the shot that he needs. There's too much in the way, though, even to do an attack ground shot. Oh, the suppression! No, he retreats before he noticed the suppression.
Tragic.
But they weren't suppressed for long. They would get back to normal quickly. Yeah, see, you wouldn't have had the chance, unfortunately.
I mean, at least he's got the Raketen alive. That's a good thing that it didn't get decrewed. So now he's got 3. His infantry has got some veterancy, and really there's no chance of any vehicles now. So it's going to come to that make or break play. Everything is getting forced off the field. Von is sensibly going for the VP in the north. And we're very, very close now to the sector artillery. So a good snare and sector artillery could do some serious things to Paul. Here is a potential Faust. If Von gets it, which he is, of course he has to wait a long time though for the munitions to come in.
Yeah, his munition comes super weak, so using that 25 does set him back on the assault, and he doesn't have much time to work with because he's down to 60 VPs. Puma taking a hit there.
These Raketans could get the shot. Just needs that one. Why are the other Raketans not opening up and firing? Paula doesn't
Not
care
paying
anyway.
attention. Both of them are
Overkill!
You see all those rockets?
Yeah.
Centaur being queued up for
I guess for the planes.
Paul.
I guess Paul was kind of correctly predicting what's coming.
Yeah, finally after a couple thousand manpower.
After 8 years of dueling in the 1v1 arena.
Honestly, people in chat are saying Paul is trolling, but this is pretty much textbook Paul.
Wait, did Von just lose infantry somewhere?
Yeah, he lost a Volks
no.
Grenadier up in the north, yeah.
How did the whole squad die then?
There was 2 sections shooting at it, and Von never retreated. Look at these MGs.
They have the grenades,
working.
they have the gammon bombs, so it's probably one of those. Maybe.
Look at these MGs working overtime. They didn't even get a chance to reinforce anything. They know how dire the situation is. They're so low. Croc's fully back up to speed, and he's got what's it called? War speed on. So only matter of time for that reappears and wreaks havoc.
I love that Von's clinging onto the VPs. The counter though to the sector artillery is on the field now, so the Centaur.
He's getting a second Centaur.
I guess he really does.
Yeah, how quickly a Centaur kills the planes. Yeah. What
But
Von
it will
can
also
hope for
sweep
is
up
that the Centaur
the
isn't
Raketans.
exactly. What Von can hope for is that the Centaur's in an engagement when the planes get dropped. So if Paul's not quick enough to pull back to where it'll target the planes, his planes will actually be able to have the impact that he wants. But with the second Centaur coming out, the chances of that happening is very low now. Yeah, because the strafe does have 4 planes now, so even with how fast the Centaur can shoot them down, 4 planes is a lot to work with. There we go, there comes the assault. Oh, these Raketans are not in position. One misses, the other 2 are setting up. He needs to target the Centaur. One gets taken out there.
I don't know if we're going to see another run through. That Raketan might just get a last shot on the Centaur. It should hit. There we go, it goes down.
There we go. Second Centaur out, does shoot down 2 planes already. 1 plane already, sorry. 2 planes now. Yeah, those planes are finished. Bet the Raketan gets knocked out, and looks like Von's gonna bite the dust.
Yep, it was a nice idea, but Paula was well aware that that was coming. She realised that that plane ability, sorry, the sector assault, is a really good veterancy for things like the Centaur.
Oh yeah, things already near veterancy 1. Here comes the concentrated fire, takes out that squad. Just gonna clean house now.
There we go.
There we go. GG.
GG.